This video is based on publicly available reports and official statements. It does not intend to sensationalize tragedy, but to document real events. Viewer discretion is advised. On the morning of May 30th, 2024, 32-year-old Travis Decker, a U.S. Army veteran, picked up his three daughters, Paityn, age 9, Evelyn, age 8, and Olivia, only 5 years old. It was supposed to be an ordinary, court-approved visit. The girls' mother, Whitney Decker, was waiting for them to return home to Wenatchee, Washington. But that return never came. By the evening, Whitney's worst fears were growing. She called police, reporting her children missing. Officers began searching. But no one could have imagined the devastating truth waiting just days away. On June 2nd, deep in a remote campground in Chelan County, investigators found the bodies of all three sisters. Each child had been discovered with a plastic bag over her head. The medical examiner confirmed they died from asphyxiation. Close by, Travis's pickup truck was abandoned. On the outside, bloody handprints smeared across the doors. Inside the vehicle and on the plastic bags, DNA matched both Travis and the children. At that moment, police knew this was no abduction, no mystery stranger. The only suspect was their father. Travis Decker was charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of kidnapping. But by then, he was already gone. Authorities launched one of the largest manhunts Washington had seen in years. The U.S. Marshal Service put up a $20,000 reward for any information that could lead to his capture. Travis had military training. He knew survival tactics. And investigators discovered troubling online searches he had made, including how to relocate to Canada. For weeks, search teams combed the rugged wilderness. There were reported sightings, one on June 10th along Highway 97 in Washington, another in July in the Sawtooth National Forest in Idaho. Each one raised hopes, but none were ever confirmed. Authorities even feared he might have slipped across the Canadian border. Still, one fact never changed. Travis was the only suspect. For months, the trail went cold. Then, in late August, remains were found near the Island Campground, not far from where the girls were discovered. At first, investigators weren't sure. But on September 18, 2024, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office confirmed a major discovery. In the Icicle River drainage, search teams found a body. The clothes matched what Travis was last seen wearing. Sheriff Mike Morrison told reporters, "We are waiting for final confirmation tomorrow, but it seems to be consistent with him." If true, it meant the manhunt was finally over. The man accused of murdering his daughters had likely taken his own life, ending his story in the same wilderness where his children were found. At the time of the killings, Travis and Whitney had been divorced. A court had set a strict parenting plan, but behind the custody battles were deeper struggles. According to court filings, Travis had battled mental health issues. Whitney's attorney later explained, "He was a present and active father up until the end, but he had long-term emotional struggles that tore the family apart." On June 20th, just weeks after the tragedy, Whitney stood before a crowd at a memorial in Wenatchee. Her voice broke as she described her daughters. "I'm so thankful for the time I had with the girls. Their warm and open hearts carried me through the hardest days. I hope the legacy of their lives lives on forever." 3 innocent lives, Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia, remembered not for how they died, but for the joy they brought to everyone around them. The case of Travis Decker is one of unimaginable betrayal. A father who should have been their protector is now accused of being their killer. Authorities say the evidence is clear, but with Decker likely dead, many questions will remain forever unanswered. Was this the desperate act of a man spiraling out of control, or something darker, planned and deliberate? We may never truly know. What we do know is that 3 little girls were robbed of their futures, and a community will never forget the pain left behind. We may never truly know the answers. What we do know is that 3 little girls were robbed of their futures, and a community will never forget the pain left behind. Backhand index point right. If you want to see more real cases like this, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next story. And let me know in the comments, What do you think really happened in Travis Decker's final days? This story is still developing. If new updates come, I'll cover them here. Make sure you're subscribed.